Hi, my name's Andy Freeman. I work with Space to Breathe, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about our projects to tackle inequalities in mental health in Sheffield. There's been issues of inequality in mental health care for some time. We've seen in recent weeks across the pandemic the areas of housing, money worries, and employment concerns created higher mental health challenges in black and ethnic minorities than they did in white communities. And in Sheffield, 46% of people in secure settings are from a black, Asian or ethnic minority, and yet only 19.2% of the population is from that same demographic. This has been an issue we've been concerned about for a while. And that's why we moved here to SADACCA, just in the Wicker in Sheffield, black and ethnic minority cultural and arts venue that's got 50 years of history of bringing the community together here in Sheffield. As director of Space to Breathe and as one of the founders of a growing mental health and wellbeing organisation, I wanted to make sure that the work we did crossed all communities and all the people of this city, and particularly reach into the hidden areas of injustice and inequality. We moved here last November and we spent time listening and learning from people who work at SADACCA, one of whom is the brilliant Olivier who runs this place.
My name is Olivier Tsemo and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for SADACCA, the Sheffield and District African and Caribbean Community Organization. It's an organization formed in early 1955, but we actually located into this building in 1986. The organization serves, as I say, mainly the population, the African and Caribbean population, and also other community, primarily for, you see, the well-being of these people, and also the leadership within the community, because we strongly believe that the African and Caribbean community need, you see, to be portrayed in a better way in our community. Because mental health is important to all community, and especially within the African and Caribbean community. We, due to all our experience, you see, in the diaspora and mainly in Europe and the Caribbean, we do believe that, you see, many of our people, and it's proven by data, that we suffer more from mental health. And it is important for all community, and mainly for community leaders, that means to work collaboratively and reflectively to address that issue. Then it is important that we as community come together to try to solve this key issue of mental health within the African and Caribbean community. Local people should get involved and help because it's a community issue. It's a community issue, means that's mapping all our community, and it is important that any single idea, this is an issue that's rooted into our community for many years. I mean, that means if we are still in 2020 facing a high proportion of our community with mental health issue, that means most of the solutions that have been used in the past need to be reviewed. And to review a solution, we need to sit down, you see, investigate the type of direction that we need to take, and you see, bring absolutely innovative solution into the issue of mental health.
So we're going to be working on 3 projects to tackle inequalities in mental health in Sheffield. The first one is we're going to be partnering with Flourish, who are also based here, and SADACCA to run a social cafe running each Wednesday. People are going to be referred into that, and it'll be a direct way of support, running different things like mindfulness and creative activities, support for people in their day-to-day mental health and well-being. The second thing we're going to do is create well-being zones. These are going to be online delivered groups which tackle different areas of self-care and well-being, things like stress relief, learning to be resilient, understanding and learning to live with anxiety. Each week they're going to be delivered creatively, different groups, all done digitally, and there's details of that on our website. And the third thing is a thing that you can get involved in. We want to work directly with Sheffield people and Sheffield communities to support people who've been struggling with their mental health, who've come out of low and medium secure settings and now in the community and need some help. We're going to create a buddy system where you can sign up and be trained to be a buddy alongside somebody to support them as they go on their journey in growing and redeveloping and reshaping their own well-being and mental health. And we also want to reduce stigma. So if you work in a community organisation, a faith group, or if you're connected to people in Sheffield across different black and ethnic minority communities, we want to talk with you about how we can partner with you and support the whole idea of talking about mental health and reducing stigma. So we need people to work with us, we need to recruit buddies, and then we're going to be running these wellbeing zones and the social cafe here at SADACCA on a Wednesday. If you want to find out more details are on the website, but we really want you to get involved, come and help us. Long term, we want this project to be embedded in Sheffield amongst local people in black and ethnic minority communities, owned by them, and something that really benefits people long term.
My own experience being a senior leader in education for many years and leading SADACCA, I've experienced, you see, many of our own members, a community, coming in here and display, you see, issue around mental health. It's difficult, it's a challenge, but what we do to address it, you see, is to come together and try to see the best way to solve that issue. It's not easy, it's a very complex issue, but we believe that communication and group collaborative working together is extremely important to deliver for the community.
These statistics that we've heard in this video can't go on. We need to reduce the number of people from black and ethnic minorities ending up in secure mental health settings, and we can do that together. I really hope you come and join us and help us with this project.
These bad dance make it hurt.